The part 1 and 2. I'm trying to talk at y'all when I'm just not in the best place physically right now, and so you're going to hear me stammer over my words a lot, but maybe you still catch the meaning. Anyway, I was talking about the law, and basically getting in that schoolmaster, learning the Old Testament said you can learn the New Testament, because a whole lot of the New Testament is based on what is said in the Old Testament, and yes, you can sin against the law. Okay? Okay, it's just like somebody that murdered. Law and punishment. This is part 3, y'all. If you get out there and you commit a murder is a sin. Murder is wrong. You're going to pay a penalty for it. And some people get the death penalty, but you are going to suffer from it. Why? You're going to have to do the consequences. Why? Because you broke a law. You was lawlessness. You broke the law. And but say like you're stealing stuff and you get out of jail, then you've served your time or whatever. Well, which of course Jesus took the time, which you'll hear that example a whole lot in a whole lot of different ways. But the way I'm explaining it is for my opinion on how we're looking at the law. It comes back to this point again. Just because this time has been served, just because the penalty has been paid, does not change the law. Does not change the law. You still cannot go murder. It is still a sin to murder. It is still a sin to be a thief. It is to lie, to steal, to go after another man's wife or another woman's man. I mean, that's all still a sin. Sin is still a sin. It didn't change the law. You can't run a red light. It still don't change the law. Even though the penalty's been paid, the law is still there. We still have the laws of our land. And that's kind of how I see that part. We're still under the law. Just like I just said, we're free from the debt. And we're free, but we're not free from the law itself. Because again, like I said, the law is still there. Let's go. Like you have Revelation, go Romans 13:8 and Galatians 5:14. All right. Okay. Okay. Again, you still got to obey the law, y'all. You're going to suffer for the consequences. You're going to suffer the penalty of it. And I think that's basically what Paul's saying. Yeah, the debt's been paid. This is true. It's been paid. But guess what? If you break the law, you're still going to suffer. You're still going to pay for it. I mean, okay. I want you to understand. I think it's just like the 10 Commandments. The laws that were made to protect us. A lot of people gets confused because they came in Pharisees, scribes, Pharisees, I believe they came and added a lot of laws on this. Even Jesus said you went and added all this stuff on, and you're making them twice as worthy as hell as you are. Pretty much. Go check it out. It's right there in the Bible. I forget where. It's a gospel. It's in one of the gospels, though. But I digress. Just go check it out. But anyway, I think the laws was made to protect us. The laws was made for us to protect because the Father loved us. He didn't want us to get hurt. So he wrote the laws and the commandments. And if you break a law, if you break laws, you can hurt other people. I mean, think about it. Just think about it. The laws is for our safety. Excuse me. Let's see. Remember when Jesus said in the Bible, Yeshua, he said in the Bible, he said all the laws it was said in the Bible, all the laws hang on the 2 commandments. And these 2 commandments is The greatest love of all is to love others as yourself. Okay, you got to love God, others, and yourself. All right? Go read Matthew, the 22nd chapter, verses 37 and 39. Matthew 24, verses 40. 22, verses 40. Okay, and it says that the law and of the prophets is really hanging on these two laws. These two laws, the laws of love. That's what I call them, the laws of love. And that's loving others as yourself. That's what the law is about. Loving others as yourself for protection. See, in John, the first chapter, verse 17, understand, Ben, that the law was given by, usually through Yeshua. The law of Moses was really given by Yeshua because it's really actually God's law, and the law was really written because of love. In that way, yes, I still believe we're under the law because the law is about love, you know. As far as obeying the law, and as far as when you sin against the law, you're sinning against, just go to 1 John, 3rd chapter bit. Let me get back where I am. I'm digressing. My head's just like wandering here because I'm. Yes. Okay, well, think of it this way here. If we're sitting there and we're going, we have perfect examples. We've had examples here today. The law was basically, everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't have to go over it word by word. Anybody knows what's going on or what's went on. You know that they try to take away the law. When they take away the law, the crime rate is going out the roof because there's no law to make sure that it's being held up. So crime rate's going out the roof. People get killed. It's horrible. It's horrible. And basically, if the law was actually really done away with the way some people say that it was done away with, then what's happening is we have nothing to go by. That means it's a free-for-all. That means people's going to run around and do what they want to, just whatever. Murder, steal, kill, and nobody's going to see that nothing's wrong. That if you sin because you are in this way, no, the law was not done away with. It was actually enforced and reinstated when you come back into when God said, love the Lord your God, a new commandment I given to you is love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, mind, your strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. This Yeshua himself, Jesus, give us that law. Because I actually believe this is where he came to fulfill the law. And to fulfill the law was actually love. That was actually becoming the sacrifice for us. This was actually love. This was becoming a curse for us. This is what he done. He fulfilled it. But he did not take away. We still have to obey it. I like Luke 10. Jesus answered, 10:27. And Jesus answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. That's what Jesus himself said. Okay, why? Because it protects us. It protects. If you're loving your neighbor, you ain't a killing him. You ain't stealing from him. You ain't a hurting him. Again, I'm going to say that again. And the law, and you're obeying the law. You're not breaking the laws. That's why he says all the laws hang on that. So you see, again, he really didn't do away with them when he said this. When he said all the laws hang on them, these commandments, loving God, your neighbor, and yourself, all of them hang on that. Okay, I gotta go to part 4. Just give me a minute here, and I'm gonna hit part 4. Okay. Love, X.